Hello,
That was so
everyone.
that was beautiful. I love the music.
I do
So
too. I do
official.
too. It's a lot of fun. Everyone, thank you and welcome to Readings. And we are joined by the amazing SunPsychic Jean,
Hi, everybody.
Wisdom Seeker Joan.
Hello, everyone.
I'm TarotStache. So thank you all for being here. Please do me the favor and like and subscribe to all of our channels. Links are in the description. If you think you're already subscribed, go and check, because there's been a lot of weird things happening. And I do want to say this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance, really. And one of the things that I have been focusing on is reminding people asking for help from a professional is showing compassion to yourself. It's showing a lot of strength, and it's showing a lot of wisdom when you need help and you're brave enough to ask. So definitely make sure that you are doing that. So, so let's go around the room. And SunPsychic Jean, what do you have coming up on your channel?
I have not too much this week. I have next week. I'm trying to look at my schedule. Next Monday, I'm back here with Joan and Terry Suzuki, and that's our Magic Monday. And then I'll be on with Helen Irish Granny, which I just watched your interview with.
Oh,
I'll have to ask you for a few pointers.
she's going to be on my channel on Monday for a casual as well. So I think
Oh,
just before. So we've booked her a lot on Monday. So that's good. Keeps her out of trouble.
great. Great. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, and that's what I have. And then on the 14th, we have the psychic triad with Terry Suzuki and Terry Lee, and then I have Ginger from Ginger Faye Tarot coming on my channel on that Friday after in the evening there.
Love
But
it.
thanks for asking.
Absolutely. And what about you, Joan? What do you have coming up?
Well, I'm excited to be on this Thursday with Allie, and I think it might be Starfish Jenny and I doing Meeting with the Mediums this Thursday. And then, of course, with Jean and Terry on the following Monday. So I'm looking forward to those.
Beautiful, beautiful. I have a lot of stuff coming up, and it's easier to like and subscribe to make sure that you do that. I do post in the community tab what's coming up. Later today, I have a back and forth with Jamie and Gerald, and on Wednesday, I am with Marina, Heart Center Tarot, and Hershey the Shadow Reader. We are doing blind spot readings. I'm also a guest with Linda Day Gonzalez on Thursday. And then I am hosting Rock, Paper, and Scissors with Richie and Allie on Friday.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
It's going to be great. And then there's a polyterology on Friday evening. So I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. And
Wow. Busy
yeah,
guy.
yes. Well, and I, like I said, I did take, I took a week. I took a week vacation. I was pretty much unplugged for almost 2 weeks. It was so delightful. I highly recommend it to people. So it was wonderful. And okay, so we have got a lot of people who are watching, and I want to say thank you, everyone. So here, we'll do a general hello, best chatters, best lurkers, future lurkers, work lurkers. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are watching the playback, leave a comment if one of these messages resonated for you, because I'm really finding that we may be doing readings for a specific person, but it resonates with a lot of people. So I want to encourage you to remember to do that. And I'm just okay. I'm just getting caught up on the chat. Ms. Sherlock, you can ask questions. We are generally if you want a message from a loved one, please include their name and relation. We're also doing mini readings from spirit guides and angels as well. So that's wonderful. And I see lots of amazing people here. We're going to do as many readings as we can. And I'm just getting caught up. Make sure you put them in capitals so that I can see them. We'll do them in random order. Am I missing anything?
I just wanted to give everybody a little bit of a heads up. We were on the Crone Zone yesterday, and I was the presenter. And I don't mean to toot my own horn, but it was an amazing topic, and everybody was very much engaged. And we were reviewing the the auric fields, and it was the 7 auric fields, and we went through and described what they look like, what to expect, what they feel like, what their function is, what they connect to, and how they work. And it was really, I was just blown away when I was doing the research, and the presentation I thought was very important to get all of this information out. And I only scratched the surface, honestly, but it was a wealth of information. And we're thinking about maybe doing something like that again, or something in part. But if anybody hasn't seen that yet, it's really, really good information that every living, breathing human being on this planet walks around with all of this information and energy accessible to all of us. It's really reassuring, and it really helps us to understand who we really are, and what our human incarnation here, what the reason is, like why, what
Oh,
what 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 uh what is afforded to us to pursue and to achieve in this lifetime. It was just so reassuring, so validating. I really enjoyed it. And I do this all the time, but when I was doing my research, some of that stuff just blew my mind.
oh, I love that. I love that. And do a series. So, I mean, feel free
That's
to
great.
make a decision upon what you say. A lot of the chat or people are mentioning how they loved it, or
Oh,
they are going to be watching that. So I think that's wonderful. And so I've closed the questions for right now, because right now we have 22 of them.
Oh,
And we need to keep this as close to an hour as possible. I want to be respectful of everyone's time. I am going to, if I haven't read for people in a while, because we do them in random order, I'm going to start with those. So, and so just, we'll get through as many as we can. I do have to say hello. Purple Elephant Deb H is here. And Deb, my package arrived. And let's figure out a time when we can do a live and use what was delivered. I'm
ooh.
going to tease everyone. So there you go. So, all right, I've been rambling on, and I am going to actually start with. Deb, Purple Elephant Deb H. I would love a spirit guide reading, please. So, and I've just, yeah, so many people are here. So thank you. And I'm going to start
Hmm.
because spirit guides are actually, it feels very much like they are pleased with what you are doing. This is the Page of Wands. You are tying on your roller skates so that you are able to ride safely in this adventure of the amazing energy that you are building and encouraging other people to add to. Make sure that you have a helmet and you wear knee pads and elbow pads. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself along that way. So do take that time. That's extremely important. And please remember, this is a process. This is the Eight of Pentacles. Each time you are doing something, consider it like you are learning something new, and you're showing up and you're doing the work associated with it. So that's what I have for you, Deb. Yeah, and Deb says, I have a helmet. So.
Good.
So yeah, and you're right, Hypnicity. The questions just flew right out. It was really quick, but we'll schedule another one. It's okay. So, all right. So that's what I have for you, Deb.
When I tuned in right away, I saw the Statue of Liberty. And they brought my attention to the Book of Wisdom and the Lamp of Knowledge. You're gaining so much knowledge and wisdom, and you're kind of standing out there and being strong and doing this for yourself, but you're like a beacon of hope and strength and wisdom, showing the way to others too. And when I pulled cards for you, I got the Eagle. You are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. I mean, it's the Eagle, lady. And then zoom out and relax. And it's about perspective. And you're certainly doing that, kind of playing the cards that you've been given and making the very best of it. And just so take care of yourself, zoom out and relax, and know that you're standing strong, just like the lady in the harbor.
Excellent.
That was beautiful, Joan. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's perfect. So, Deb, what I was picking up for you is I see you completing some arduous tasks or challenges in your day-to-day life, and I feel as though you almost feel the wind beneath your wings, so to speak. It's like, oh, that was a little easier than I thought. Like you knew it would be a chore or, a difficult thing for you to accomplish. But after everything was said and done, you're like, oh, I got that. I got through that a little easier than I thought. Like and they just want you to know that they are supporting you. They're the wind beneath your wings, so to speak, to help you to guide through from one task to the next task, even if it's just getting up and having a meal or going outside and driving to an appointment when you think there is no way I'm going to be able to do this, but somehow I feel like they're right around you and you notice this. You're like, I thought that would be a lot harder than it was. Like you're almost relieved, and they just want you to know that they're sending you all the angels, all the strength, all the energy and support. And if you watch, just a little hint, if you watch the auric field, I'm going to be referring to this show. It's so much information in that, but and that's what they just want you to know, is that they're supporting you.
She did say things are getting easier, Jean. I feel them with me. So I think it's perfect. And and Joan, she was like, that feels right. So that's perfect. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So again, we do these in random order. I am actually, okay, so I did that one. Next up is, where did it go? I'm going to do Colleen the Cool Crone, because I've not read for Colleen for a while. So what do the guides suggest for me to conquer my jealousy of coworkers? So
she means at her day job, right?
I think so, yes. Do you mean at your day job, Colleen? So
just right away, what I was picking up for you, Colleen, is perhaps you may be a little putting a little too much on yourself, that it could be admiration and inspiration and being in awe. And it's not jealousy at all. It's not that you wish that they trip and fall on their face. It's that you're in awe of how they can get things done and succeed. I feel as though you may be inspired by them, admiring them, and um, noticing the difference. But it's important for us to try not to be in the uh, energy of non-judgment. And I don't mean that to your coworkers. I mean that to ourselves. Try not to judge or compare yourself to others. And it's I do feel as though to perhaps just understand that it's admiration and observation, and not necessarily anything in a jealousy or stronger vein there. I hope that makes sense.
And she did say yes, day job, but sometimes jealous of others who experience success. So I get that.
Yes. When I tuned in, I saw a bunch of arrows, like the situation pits you kind of against each other, and then the arrows realigned so that all the power goes together, rather than, because company situation, or there's the opportunity for that to happen, where only one person is going to get this promotion or whatever, and there are ways to reframe. Oh, and then the other image they showed me was this big ornate picture frame, but it was empty. So it's reframing that, rather than I'm jealous of this person for getting the promotion when I didn't, rather than that's for me. That's what I want. That's what I want next time. What can I learn from this person? How can I do it? And even before the promotion happens, to find ways before it comes to a competitive situation, to build the bridges and learn in small ways to say, that was, that presentation you did, Jean, was really, really good. And, those things, to affirm each other, and then to kind of get people on your side, rather than it's not really submit, but to take kind of the bait that the company's structure sets up to put you in competition, to take that energy and build bridges and become a stronger group because of it. And Archangel Chamuel, be what you want to attract.
That, yeah, go ahead, Jean.
No, that was beautiful.
Yeah. So Colleen, I have the Four of Wands. This is a great foundation. And what I'm thinking is, you are part of people being successful. You are encouraging them. You're giving them wise advice. Keep doing that, in the sense of share freely and offer that support, because they're recognizing it. Unfortunately, some people don't articulate that they got, or they don't often recognize they got where they are through some suggestions that you have. I also have, there's a lot of wands. This is the Knight of Wands. Stay true, stay passionate, keep doing, keep exemplifying what it is that you want to draw in to you and that success. I love this idea of, is, when one of us succeeds, we all succeeds. We all succeed. And so remember that, but keep a balance between what you're doing and how much you're giving. Make sure that there is a balance of that. A balance of, don't be the ghostwriter, be the co-author, and say that up front. I can help you with that. Here's what is an important thing in return. So I think that's an important thing. So thank you, Colleen. I hope that made some sense to you. Okay, great people here. This is wonderful. I am going to, okay, I'm going to go Jenny Berlin. Is Jenny here? Does Spirit have a message for me for the months of June and July? So Jenny, let us know that you are here. And then right after Jenny will be Ness. So, and then Gatekeeper 94. So those are the next three: Jenny Berlin, Ness, and Gatekeeper 94. Jenny Berlin is here. Yep, about balance really resonates. Good. Jenny Berlin. Does Spirit have a message for me for the months of June and July?
So I'm not sure if you like cream in your coffee, Jenny, but I'm seeing that there's some cream that's settling at the bottom and the coffee is sort of on the top. So I think that there's a little mixture of sweetness and potentness coming up for you in the next couple of months. And some of it is going to be hard work, and other parts of it is going to be the sweetness. I see that I feel as though your energy is almost like spent. You're really, and a lot of us are feeling like very exhausted with our energy, and are depleted for our empathy and our ability to extend ourselves in a gracious manner. And I feel as though you're like, you know, Spirit, I need a break here. I need some reprieve. I need something that will help to rejuvenate myself. And they do want you to take action on this. I feel as though it's something that you're going to be dipping in and dipping out of, going up to the, I don't know why the coffee layer is on the top, and coming back down into the sweetness. But it's something that it's going to maybe take a little bit of navigation on your part, but make sure you move forward in that balance, or just stir it up and do a cafe mocha. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's so great, because I got sort of the same thing in different images. First, I saw like the American flag and the fireworks going off and the parade for 4th of July and all of that, and like these big summertime celebrations, being out there and just kind of going for it and being part of this big thing. And then I saw you sitting in a lake or on a dock into a lake or a river, nature all around, and you've got your feet in the water. And when you said dipping, you're just kind of, just your toes and your feet were in the water. Just that solitude and the relaxation and kind of the dog days of summer feeling where you just want to relax and be at peace. And so it's those two things. I don't know if they're in succession, which comes first, which comes second, but it's that balancing. And maybe you need a little bit of, hey, let's go out to the street fair or whatever that's going on. And then that's too much. I need some time to myself to kind of be in solitude and kind of regain your thoughts. But when I drew a card for you, it was spread your wings, leap and spread your wings. So kind of get out there and get whatever you can out of summer.
Yeah. Okay. So Jenny, I have the Tower. And so for messages for June and July, the Tower. And what I'm going to specifically say about the Tower is you need to get stuff out of your house that you do not need. You need to get rid of it. You need to move it on, because there is an opportunity coming for you in the next 2 months for you to find some new things that are going to help balance you out, to give you more choices, and to actually be really powerful for you. And in order for this to happen, you've got to make space for it. And I'm not just talking only physical space. I'm actually saying your mental space, your spiritual space. It's almost like, Jenny, clean house, get rid of stuff, making sure that you have that, because, this is, oftentimes in the traditional Tower, you can be the rubble or you can be the lightning. Be the lightning to clear things out, because you have these great opportunities coming in, things that are going to be really rewarding and balancing. And it's also, I got the Two of Cups, which is the minor version of the Lover's card. So here's your coffee. Enjoy the coffee. Flip it upside down, have a latte, whatever. But I think there's an opportunity for great healing in the next 2 months for you as well. Finding a huge balance with that. So, and you can controlling that. So, Jenny says, thank you. I need a break. So,
yeah, it's really interesting the way all three of our messages went together, and that the coffee and the cream was the work and the sweetness, and the work is the Tower, and the sweetness is the Lovers and the Two of Cups, and then you actually had the coffee cup there.
yes,
Wow,
yeah,
that's amazing.
this is where I think we do. Can't wait. Yep, excellent. And
Oh,
by the way, my husband is in the chat. He's lunch lurking. So hello, Jeffrey. Good to see
hi
you.
Jeffrey, lunch lurker.
Yes, lunch lurker. So Ness is up, and then Gatekeeper 94, and then we're going to move. I think we're going to do Craig right after that. So Ness is up. When I finish and publish my writing project later this fall, how will my life look?
I think you'll have set down one baton and picked up another baton. I think that there'll be another inspiration or creative project that you're going to want to pick up right away. I think you're on a momentum. I think you're on a trajectory to be continuous on this creation. And it may not look like the same, but it may be something different. As far as subject matter or uh, specifics, but I do see you setting down the baton and then picking another one. Like, it's almost like you can't, this energy that you kind of worked and so hard to manifest and to uh, make come true in your in this lifetime, in this moment, that you just don't want to lose that momentum. You Even though a break or a rest would be wonderful, it's that beginning of a new process. You just don't want to like have too long of a, and it's not that you shouldn't, it's that you feel you're going to need to do something else, and you'll find another project to pick up and work on. And it may not be at the intensity that you're working now, because finishing is different than beginning, but I do feel as though you'll be putting something together in the beginning process.
Yeah, I'm getting something somewhat similar. I saw you reaching the mountaintop, like you're this little mountain climber with the lederhosen and the little hat and the it's hiking stick and all of this kind of stuff. Yay! Finally made it to the peak, and then the clouds depart as you're celebrating there, and you realize there's another peak even higher over here. And I think one of the things that means is enjoy the journey that you're on right now, and kind of don't look too far ahead. You have your goal, you've got your deadline for yourself, which is good, but as much as you can, put as much into this phase of it as you possibly can, because once it's printed, yeah, you can always do another edition or whatever, but you don't want to be that person who publishes something and then goes back 6 months later and think, oh, if I'd only put a little bit more effort here or there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just be sure that you're enjoying and really relishing this part of the journey.
Yeah.
And then the next peak might be another book, but it might be the whole journey of marking in a book, which is a journey in itself. And I got the Meadowlark for you. Smile, you'll soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. So that's kind of cool. But I wish you the very best on that.
Yeah. Ness did say that I hiked in Switzerland, so I know that metaphor. And She
Oh, the Spirit of the Stairway. Yeah.
yeah, and Ness said Kevin Chandler saw another book coming right after, and so I actually, the this is the world. There's great opportunity. You're going to be seeing things a little differently. You're going to see a broader perspective because you've completed this task that you've been working on, and it's a great opportunity for you to pick where you want to go. I'm going to actually support what Kevin says. There's another book coming. Definitely the Queen of Swords. Start taking notes, start writing, and then what you're doing, how your life will be different. You need to go out and promote this book. Publishing it is one thing, marketing it, talking about it, going on press tours and all of that stuff is very important. So you're going to be, oh, and Ness knows what the world means. Whilst you're going to be writing, you're going to be taking a lot of notes, but you do have to do the second part of it, which is promote it and promote it and promote it and promote it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So
it's a whole new job.
Yes. Thanks, Ness. Gatekeeper is up. Craig Dixon, are you here? Please let me know that you are here. So, and Gatekeeper 94, do my spirit guides have advice for developing my psychic gifts so I can better communicate with them and spirit?
So right away, Gatekeeper, what I heard for you is setting aside the time and the devotion and the practice. Your intention and your allowing. Sometimes these things don't, we can't go from driving home from work, setting down the keys, and then connecting to spirit. We really have to work on clearing our energy, working on breathing uh, practices, and allowing for the calmness and the centering to come in to focus. Now, this won't be all the time because a lot of times we are just coming in from work, setting down our keys, and then we get a little inspiration. This is spirit guides coming in and offering us these little downloads, these little offerings and blessings and breadcrumbs and synchronicities and things. But if you want to develop that, it's really important to set aside the time. And we call it in mediumship like sitting in the power, but just generating your own physical energy and your own connection. It's a muscle that is right here, and that we open up to the spirit. And it's like a meditation. You can sit quietly, you can do breathing, but it's a muscle. And the more our intention is here, and it may take several days, it may take several weeks, it may take several months, but it all is cumulative and it builds on to one another. But we all have it. We all can work and develop this more and more, but it's really something that requires practice, intention, and time and focus. And get on a practice group if you can. Get together with some friends. And even pulling cards on your own and asking people to give you a question and pull some cards and see what you get through the cards. That's also connecting. So it's just how much you put into it is how much you get back out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's when I tuned in, I got trying to do a chakra meditation. Just sit down and put your attention on each of the chakras and see if you can feel anything, and just and if you can't, fine, move up to the next one and try. And you can do that in the shower. You can do that as you're sitting on the edge of the bed before you get up in the morning or before you go to sleep. And just don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. We were talking earlier about getting out of your own way, because this is so true in a lot of this stuff. The more that you're like really driven, I really want to do this, I really want to talk to my dead husband or whatever, the more it's like, that's not the way it works. You just have to they were giving me the image of what I should be doing out in the garden, raking up the soil and planting, preparing the ground so that the seeds can grow. And then, so just do that. Don't put a lot of too much focus, but not too much focus. Like, it's not a test that you study this and you're going to get the result. It's more preparing the ground and being open. And then as you're going through the day, look for the synchronicities and the repeating numbers and all of that, and maybe keep a list of that. So and I drew a card for you, and it's the Archangel of Faith, to lead with confidence. So just you know that you can do this, and don't be hard on yourself, and don't set yourself up for, well, if I don't do it in a week, I'm not doing it right, or whatever. We're each on our own path, and everybody who tells you how to do it is telling you one way. You need to find the way that works for you.
Mm-hmm. So, Gatekeeper, I have something similar. I think or I have the 10 of Pentacles. You need to understand that this comes naturally to you. Your connection for your gifts and your guides. I would say this is a heritage aspect for you. You come by it honestly. It's passed down through the generations. 7 of Wands, set your boundaries of what you will do and what you won't do, and what is drawing your attention. Be respectful of that, because it's one of those things that when you have those boundaries, you can thrive in what you have set up, because it's safe. The other thing that I would say is the Fool. Go have some adventures. Be willing to try it. As Jean said, do a lot of practice readings. Be adventurous. See what works. See where you're learning. And I think it's one of those things that be joyful about this adventure. So that's what I have for you, Gatekeeper. Thank you. I think that's great. It's like, woo. All right. Craig is here, and he's next. And then we have Ann S., and we are going to do Kane. So, Ann S. and then Kane. I'm writing these down so that I can remember them.
I know, right?
Yeah. So, and then Kane. And there we go. All right. Craig is here. Thank you, Craig. Which is, I have a mediumship course with Matt Frazier today. How will it go?
Well, I think that it's important to take it with a grain of salt, Craig. You've really built up a lot of energy and connections here, and being in a whole new environment. The people there are looking for this Matt to give them something, and you may be light years ahead of 90% of the people in that same group. So you may not have I would just manage your expectations and get as much out of it as you can, even if you're not validated or pointed out in any way. I don't see that it'll be what you're watching and learning from others in the class, but it's no reflection on you if you're not chosen or pointed out. And sometimes people are chosen and pointed out, it's because they are the ones who need the help, and you're light years ahead. So maybe just manage that type of expectation is what I'm feeling, Craig. I hope that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
When I tuned in, Craig, I saw like the old-fashioned proscenium stage, and the big red curtains parted, and the valance and everything on the top. And it's kind of like a stage play. And just like when you go to see a play or a musical or something, you can be there and be transported by it. And then when you leave, you might remember one song that you continue to sing, or a tune that you whistle, or something like that. So I think you're going to get something from it, but it's this presentation and this is the way that he is going to present things, and you might learn something from it, you might take pieces of it, but it's not like you're going to all of a sudden have the key to the kingdom and do things exactly the way he did. And when I pulled cards for you, they kind of affirmed it. I got Archangel Metatron saying, remember who you are, that Spirit speaks to you, and Clara and others speak to you in a specific way because you're a specific person who connects with them. And then I got the white owl that says, the wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. So remember that we each have our own way of communicating, and we can learn from each other, but we can't, the same approach isn't right it's not a one size fits all thing. So
Yes.
get what you can from it, and whistle the tunes that you like afterwards, if that makes sense.
I love that. Both of you are I'm agreeing with you. I have the Five of Wands, which is the card of energy exchange. It's the card where you might not agree with the approach that someone is taking, and that's okay. It's just a different way that works. So you're getting great exposure to a different way. Somebody else, what works for them works for them. What is great for you is you are going to be, I think you're going to be inspired to take action. This is the action of wands. You're going to be doing some things after this class that are going to be really very supportive for you. And I don't know if you've been stalled a little bit, Craig, about doing your mediumship class, but this is going to help inspire you, because I have death and rebirth after that. You're going to take what you need with it, you're going to add it to your toolbox, and it's going to inspire you to be working in a new way, in a way that's different for you. So there you go. So Craig, thank you for asking the question. So
Yeah, I think that's one of those questions that a lot of people will hear it and benefit from it now and later.
I hope, yes. So but yeah, so more people are coming in. Thank you. It's good to see everybody here. And okay, so Craig, got you. And by the way, I have not seen Kane yet. So Kane, Kyn, if you're here, you are next. And we have Ann S, who is here. So working on my memoir, The Weirdest Thing. I see Anne Frank occasionally, her diaries. Some of my memoir is traumatic, but not Holocaust. I hear classic, like I'm working on. Any hits?
Fun.
So, and Kane is here. Thank you, Kane.
I think you're channeling her. I think that the dedication, the seriousness, the authenticity, the sacredness that was the her book and your book is very similar, and I think that she's helping you, and you're channeling through some of her guidance, some of her suggestions, some of her energy, some of her even reinforcement or encouragement, and it's not necessarily that you would compare, and this is like a theme of the show, comparing yourself to others, isn't it? With every mediumship, with the questions that for the day job, there's comparing yourself. I'm not sure that the expectations of your memoir would be the same result, but the quality and the effort and the energy that is going into it is just as rewarding, because it's a personal accomplishment and a personal um, a sharing that you're doing personally. And I do think that she's there. She's feeling very, very similar to you. Your energy and your authenticity, your sincerity, your there's a lot there that is similar, and she is recognizing this, and I think she's helping you. So I would definitely trust that. Whenever we have a creative process, we also are opened up to spirit, and I think that's really beautiful, Anne. Really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was getting to that the similarities that came through were you're quietly, diligently expressing your truth. And that's what she did too. And in some ways, this period of writing is kind of like being in the attic. You're there with your thoughts
Oh.
and your computer, and it's hard work. A lot is flowing through you and everything, but this is so I'm getting this imagery about quiet diligence, being in the attic, really working diligently on this, and then the next thing I see is a hot air balloon, and that's after it's published. But now then they brought me back to the attic, and now there's a sewing machine there, and you're sewing together the fabrics that are going to make a hot air balloon that'll rise, and you'll be free, and you can see all over the countryside and everything. So, but it requires that quiet diligence of doing the work, and she's there to help you with that. And but when I poured cards for you, and I got two cards about movement. The Archangel of Grace says, more flow, less hustle. So just let it flow. And then I got the Grouse that's all about dancing. So somehow if there's movement, or if you just get to a point where you've been quiet and diligent for long enough, you just want to get up and put on some music and dance to change the energy. There's something about movement and flow in there too. Some of it is the flow of the ideas, and some of it is just, I don't know, maybe it's moving the plot along or whatever, but changing the vibration when you get stuck to, I don't know, put on music and dance or do something to kind of shake things up a bit. I hope that helps.
Yeah. And Anne has been posting stuff. It's like there's a sewing machine chapter about her learning to sew. She used the word spot on with Joan and Jean, and then diligence. So so any hits that I have is there's the King of Pentacles. It's you understanding your heritage is part of this, and you owning what is yours, and then reframing and working with what you have been given. Part of this is an important process, because I have the Four of Cups. In this Four of Cups, there is a hand that's actually blocking the light, the color from below, and there is an opportunity for you to take what has happened and you to be able to shine a light on it and to allow it to be different. Because then I have the Ten of Cups. This is the card of you being satisfied and you really truly understanding the impact that what has happened has had for you. And by sharing that, you're going to be also able to yes, be unblocked. And it is truly going to be an opportunity for you to offer some healing for others. So, so thank you for that, Anne. This is great. I love it. I'm doing this much more emotionally fruitful writing is writing a memoir. Yes. Yeah. Be unblocked. Yep. So cool. That's great. All right. Got that. And we've got probably time for 2 or 3 more Pooja, Wiki, and Delphi Ross after that. And then I promised Kane. So here we go, Kane. And Kane is here. Any messages for the next 2 weeks? So let's see messages for Kane. Kane, I have lots of stuff is coming up. I have the Eight of Wands. This 2 weeks is going to be very fast. There's going to be a lot of energy coming through because I have the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of quick movement. And then I have the Action of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. You're going to be called to be taking action and doing things with all of that energy. So there's that. And then the last card that I have for you, Kane, is I have the Star. When the Star shows up for me, it's the universe is conspiring for you to be successful. It's shining a light on you. And so I think this is one of those things. Follow the leads that show up, because they're going to be there's a huge opportunity for you. So I think this is one of those things that allow that energy to flow. So that's what I have for you, Kane. I hope that hold on, because it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, and do something with it. I would encourage you, don't just sit in that energy, do something with it. So there you go.
I got some really vague stuff, but I think it sort of coincides with what Gerald was saying. The first thing I saw was a torch, like there's some bright light of inspiration. And then I saw you kind of like, I don't know which character in which movie this is, but it kind of looks like Moses or somebody or Obi-Wan Kenobi or somebody with a big hood and the white beard, and you've got the robe on and everything, and you've got the walking staff. This is the second time I've gotten the walking staff. But you're following in a direction, and it's like there's an inspiration that comes, and then it's like you're Moses in the desert leading people out or whatever. But you're going to be inspired to move forward about something. And I drew a card, and I got the white swan. The power of divine grace is within you. So there's this element of grace, and then ancestry, healing at the root. So there's something kind of primal in all of this. You're going to get an inspiration. You're going to be kind of like, it's not maybe you wouldn't have chosen it for yourself, but it's like you're this character with gravitas moving forward in a way that's going to be good for you and also for other people, but you're going to do so with inspiration and grace. That's a lot for the next 2 weeks. But yeah, that's what I got,
Holy crap. Yeah, because
it's heavy.
Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands, I'm like going, hold on, Kane.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back and report in.
Kane, I saw you sort of like pacing and feeling a little bit unsettled. And I feel like you are unsure of yourself. And I feel like like a scenario, like somebody says, who would like to head up this team to do this unbelievable task? And you thought everybody was going to say, I do. So you said, I do. And you were the only one. And you're like, oh, what did I just do? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm the only one. And they chose me. I just volunteered for this. And I didn't think I'd actually get like you opened up, you took a chance, you stepped outside of your comfort zone, and now it's on you. And you're like, oh my gosh, did I make the right decision? I see you second guessing yourself, going back and forth over your decision, wondering if you're actually going to do it, going to be able to do it. And I see this is almost like Spirit giving you an opportunity to develop that self-confidence, for you to step outside of your comfort zone and just move forward and go for it. And I feel as though it's really going to come to you, not easily, but it'll bring a huge reward, like what Gerald said, because you did this, because you stepped outside, and because nobody's 100%, even if even if we think it's something that we might be able to do, nobody really knows. It's scary to step outside of the box, outside of our comfort zone. And that questioning of your decision, just try and give yourself a little bit of peace of mind, because flip-flopping back and forth, should I, shouldn't I, did I, didn't I, was this the right thing? Isn't this the right thing? You did it. You were chosen. and just try and move forward and not and manage that second guessing turmoil that we all put on ourselves. And you can also pull some cards, or you can use a pendulum and say, am I moving in the right direction today? Is today the right direction? Is it in my greatest, is it in my highest good to continue moving in this direction? And you'll give yourself a peace of mind, if nothing else, that this thing that was an inspiration for you to raise your hand, and then it went, you're like, oh, I got it. Like, I don't know what this is, something like this, but it's about self-confidence. It's about second guessing yourself. And it's about believing that everything happens for a reason, and to go through it as gracefully as we can.
So thank you, Kane. I hope that that was helpful. Okay, so Pooja, are you here? Wiki is here, and Delphi Ross. So Pooja and Delphi Ross, let me know if you are here.
I just the Kane is making me remember when I was on vacation, and they took us to a little island. I think I did like an excursion to an island from a boat or something. And on that island, they said the first one that could swim out to the buoy wins these prizes, you know? So I got up off of my towel and I ran. I mean, I was in my 20s, you guys. I ran into the water. You know how you see on TV. I ran into the water. I dove and I swam, and I'm not a good swimmer. And I swam, and I was giving it my all. I gave it everything I had. And they kept saying, go, go, go. So I kept going and going. I got to the buoy, and I pushed my hair back, and I turned around, and I was the only one who got in the water.
Wow.
And they said, that effort, we never saw anybody give that much effort. But I was the only one. I was a sure-in winner. I would have won it even if I didn't get to the buoy. And it's just something I think that I experienced, to have that kind of a scenario to come up. But I was still very proud of myself.
That's great.
That's great.
Like the race of one, and that might be meaningful to you as well. Yeah,
I completely understand. All right, Wiki is up. I have not seen Pooja or Delphi, so Wiki is going to be our last reading. I know there are more readings, but I want to be respectful of time. So, and Wiki, may I have an energy reading for this birthday weekend? Thank you.
Happy birthday, Wiki. Are you 29 again? I bet you are. And that little Nico too. Mm-hmm. How cute.
Oh, and Delphi is here. So, all right, we will definitely do that for you, Delphi. So,
I do see you enjoying yourself at Wiki. I do see you putting some things aside and not letting, not allowing your thoughts to go. You're intentionally putting your thoughts onto positive things. It's almost like what Gerald did last week, like sort of unplugging and moving into that relaxation, and almost, poolside or oceanside kind of a mentality. You're really going to take this time and recuperate and trying to think of that other word, that just reclining and recuperating and relaxing, and you're going to have this vacation mentality. And it's really beautiful that you can do this. You can let go of those things and set those things down and aside. And this is something that you're going to do for yourself, which is also a win-win, and it'll really restore your energy. And I think you're going to have a beautiful weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right away, I got my heart chakra lit up, and then it kind of went poof down the shoulders and out both arms. So it's like there's going to be lots of love, and it's spreading, and so you're going to give it all around. Lots of love coming to you and from you to others. And I got a card, the Archangel of Strength, and the message there is share your magic. And I think that'll be wonderful for everybody. I also got the Raven, who's saying notice important synchronicities. So you'll probably be seeing some of those on your birthday weekend too.
For the birthday weekend, I have the Eight of Cups. So make sure you clean up after yourself, and leave the environment better than what you found it, and be willing to, when you release stuff, it just makes it easier to move forward. Three of Wands, pack for a trip, have a little bit of fun, enjoy that, and then definitely share, Wiki. Share from, the Six of Pentacles. Share freely what you have with others, because it really moves things forward. And I think that's a really powerful message. And it's a great opportunity, but I love this idea of pack for an unexpected trip and definitely share the resources and what you have. So the beach is calling. Yes. Yes. This is the Out of Hand deck by Jamie Sawyer. It is currently out of print. So Free Spirit, she is talking about creating a pocket size, but that's on hold for right now. So thank you, Wiki. And then our last reading is Delphi Ross. This year I have too many birds and babies around my house. Are they sent to me? Yes. I mean, I gotta definitely, Delphi. Yes, definitely. And part of it is it is important for you to get out there and enjoy them, enjoy the energy of that new life. I have the Queen of Cups. Consider, if you know what birds they are, I would, and babies, I would look to see what messages might be coming from them. And then, and I love the Six of Cups, this nostalgia. It's have a tea party outside. Go outside and enjoy the sounds, and be part of that. I think that's a really important thing. And oh my gosh, the bottom of the deck is the Empress. So yes. So there you go.
I got just new life, new action, a new yes, you're there to see all the birds and babies around your house, but it's this whole period is a new period for you too. So treat yourself with the kindness and the gentleness that you would for these tiny little babies and little birds around you. And I got Archangel Uriel, who has the message of success through action. So enjoy that, but know that this is a new era, a new phase in your life, and give yourself the attention you need to.
Yes.
Nurture yourself. There, finally the word came.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with both of you, Delphi. I feel as though this is like a calling in the sense of it's distracting you. It's calling your attention. It's making you pay attention to nature and its cycles and its beauty and its energies, that they want you to focus on nature, focus on wildlife, focus on things that are just the earth's energy around you. It's almost like pulling you outside of your own little circle here, and it's distracting you and pulling your energy outward. So in this sense, I think that it's calling to you. I think it's Mother Nature. I think Mother Nature is calling to all of us as well. But it's such a beautiful thing, and it's so nice that you notice and that you realize that it's a sign or a calling for you. And it's just as simple as that it's just distracting you from what you're already doing and bringing you back to the origins of nature and why we're all here.
That's incredible. And yeah, they've had black pigeons. There are so many squirrels and rabbits. So I think this is incredible. So
I've done that too. I've got a baby rabbit that lives under the shed, and I've been chasing away the neighborhood cats that want to come and eat it. And now the cats have gone away, and And the rabbit, or the little rabbit that's about this big, I can get within a foot of it and it doesn't run away. So I've made friends with the
Great.
rabbit.
Well, I want to thank Jean and Joan for joining. All of their links are in the description. So please make sure that you show your support, verify that you are subscribed. We did 10 readings and we had 13 other people in the queue. So apologies for not getting to everyone, and it filled up really, really quickly. So everybody, any last thoughts that people would like to share?
Just thank you for making this opportunity available for everybody who came, and for everybody for asking such great questions. And it's just been a really wonderful hour. So thank you.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I concur, but I too am being called out to nature and getting back to the earth's vibration and frequencies, and just to take that time on your vacation, take that time out of your day. Maybe you can sit outside on your deck when you're connecting with spirit. Maybe, go outside and listen to those birds and the babies and all the little critters run around, and just take notice. And I feel as though earth energies and Mother Gaia are all calling to us, and it's just to remind us. Oh, so sweet. Yeah.
Thank you, Wiki.
Mhm.
And I have, everybody needs to plan for a little bit of an unexpected travel, an overnight adventure, something like that. Pack your go bag, have a bit of fun. So we will be scheduling another time that the three of us will be reading together. So I do appreciate everyone for being here. And I will say farewell, and everyone take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.